Breaking LeBron James' emotional tribute to Alex Eala after a defeat inspires. Millions worldwide. The stadium in Osaka had fallen silent. The echo of the last point still hung in the air like a fading heartbeat. Alex Eala stood on the court, eyes lowered, shoulders heavy as the scoreboard confirmed her defeat. The Filipino prodigy had fought bravely, but the match slipped away, just as dreams sometimes do, no matter how much heart they're built on. The applause that followed wasn't one of victory, but of reverence. Even her opponent, teary-eyed, approached her for an embrace. Smiled, faintly, not in defeat, but in defiance. She waved at the crowd, her hand trembling slightly before walking off. Behind that calm face was a storm of emotion, frustration, exhaustion, and a deep, gnawing question. Had she done enough? That question traveled far, beyond Japan. It reached screens, phones, and hearts around the world. Among the millions who saw her quiet courage that night was someone no one expected, a legend from a completely different sport. LeBron James. The tweet that shook the world. At exactly 3:47 a.m. in Los Angeles, LeBron posted something that would ignite the global sports world. Basketball dizzy, this young queen from the Philippines, Alex Eala, just showed the world what true heart looks like. It's not about wins or losses. It's about fight, spirit, and grace. Keep your head high, champ. You inspired millions tonight, including me. LeBron James. Within minutes, his post went viral. The tweet racked up 6 million likes in a single day. Hashtags like hashtag Alex Eala, hashtag LeBron Tribute, and hashtag Rizila trended in over 40 countries. Fans around the world started sharing clips of Ella's final moments on court. The bow, the smile, the quiet dignity. Someone even edited LeBron's voice from his 2016 NBA final speech over Ella's highlights. Nothing is given, everything is earned. That night, the internet wasn't just watching a tennis player lose. It was watching a story about resilience being reborn inside LeBron's heart. LeBron James had seen hundreds of athletes come and go, but something about Alex Eala's journey resonated deeply. He told ESPN the next morning, "It reminded me of being 18 again. When people doubted me, when I lost, when the cameras zoomed in on disappointment. You can't teach how to lose with pride. That's greatness right there." Privately, he'd been following her story for months. His daughter, Yuri, had shown him Eala's highlights. From the Kino-shire to Japan Open, clips of the young Filipina sprinting across the baseline, fist pumping after every hard-fought point. She's like the Serena of her country, Yuri had said with wide eyes. LeBron smiled, but he kept watching. He saw an Eala reflection of every underdog who refused to break, especially the young athletes who carried entire nations on their backs. The girl who wouldn't bend. Alexa's career wasn't built on easy wins. Born in Manila, she learned to fight early, not against opponents, but against expectations. By 13, she was already training in Spain under the Rafael Nadal Academy, thousands of miles away from her family. Her mother would send voice messages before matches. Anik, don't worry about winning. Just play with love. Her father reminded her every week, the world won't remember every score, but they'll remember your courage. When she lost in Osaka, it wasn't just a match. It was years of sacrifice unfolding in one moment. Yet, when she smiled, the world saw strength, not sorrow. That smile captured in a photo that later went viral would become the symbol of Ella's grace. The call to, days after LeBron's tweet, Alex received a message through her management. It was from LeBron James Foundation. "Hi, Alex. LeBron would love to connect with you for a few minutes if you're available. This week, he has something special to share. A blinked at the screen. She thought it was a prank. Her brother, Michael, teased her. Yeah, sure. Next, Fader will send you flowers. But it was real. They scheduled a short video call. When LeBron's face appeared on her screen, she froze. He smiled warmly, wearing a Lakers hoodie. Hey, champ. He said, how you feeling? Alex laughed, nervously, a little stunned. Sir, you're LeBron James. He chuckled. And you're Alex, the fighter I saw on my TV. Last night, for 15 minutes, they talked about everything. Training, pressure, failure, hope. LeBron told her how her match reminded him of Game 1 of 2018. Finals when he dropped 51 points and still lost. Sometimes he said you give the game everything and it still says, not yet. That's when you know you're meant for something bigger. Before hanging up, LeBron left it with a line that would stay with her forever. Losing doesn't end your story. It just edits the next chapter, the ripple effect. After their call, Eala posted a simple Instagram story. Thank you at King James. You reminded me why I started the comeback. 3 months later, in the 2025 Thailand Open, Illinois returned. The air was electric. Her every step met with cheers of Let's Go Alex. Her first match won of 3 sets. The final point, a backhand, down the line, landed in, and she dropped to her knees in tears. Reporters rushed her after the win. One asked, what changed since Osaka? Eala smiled. Someone once told me losing just edits your next chapter, so I rewrote mine. LeBron reposted that clip with a flame, emoji, and a caption. And the story continues. Fire #Eala effect. That night, her victory became a global headline. ESPN called it the comeback that started. With a tweet, the shared legacy. Months pass, but the bond between the NBA icon and the young tennis star continued. LeBron invited Alex to the Promise School in Akron, where she spoke to children about perseverance. Standing before hundreds of kids, she said, you don't have to be the best today. Just don't stop trying, because someday someone will see her fight and believe. Again, just like LeBron saw mine. The kids erupted in applause. LeBron, standing at the back, nodded quietly. He later told reporters, you see greatness in the way she loses, not just how she wins. That's rare. Full circle. In late 2026, Alex reached her first WDA 1000 semifinal, the highest point of her career. As fate would have it, she faced a feat once again, but this time she walked off smiling wider than ever. Reporters asked why. She simply said, because this time I know who I am. Not just a player, but a story worth finishing. In the stands, LeBron was watching. He'd flown in quietly, wearing a cap low over his eyes. When she looked up and saw him clapping, her smile widened. Later that night, he posted, once more, proud of you, champ. You showed the world that grace wins, even when the score doesn't keep rising. Epilogue beyond the scoreboard. Years later, when people look back on that moment in Osaka, they didn't talk about the loss. They talk about what came after: a message, a connection, and a global reminder that true greatness isn't about trophies, but about heart. LeBron James didn't just pay tribute to a young athlete. He lit a torch that would burn across generations. And Alex Eala, she became more than a tennis player. She became a symbol of courage, of humility, of grace under pressure. Because sometimes the world doesn't need another champion. It needs a reminder that heroes fall and rise again with love, with faith, and with heart. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and share. Till next.